I don't think we did that last time.
What, recording
the
sound?
sync up?
The clap.
Yeah, you said you was having trouble, right?
What?
Syncing the sound and shit.
That's just because I'm inexperienced.
Oh, okay, fair. All right, bet.
Yeah.
Say less.
Alrighty.
Hey, how are you?
We're back.
Yes,
with
sir.
The second installment.
Yes.
We gotta figure out like a consistent thing to do in the beginning of each thing.
Yeah, right?
Something quick and snappy.
Yeah.
We gotta hit them with the hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, right? It's some shit
Hi.
like that. Hi.
Yeah, and then like with like a different word at the end instead of hello.
Yeah. You wanna try it right now?
What's the last word?
Mangoes.
Yeah,
Oh.
sup.
Oh yeah.
Like in a more.
I was
like,
going to say
gotcha.
mangoes, but yeah.
But
I
like
like
sup,
mangoes.
like sup.
Sup.
Just like calm. I like that.
All right. You got it. You got it next song.
Next time.
All right.
We're clipping that?
Yeah, we gonna get them next song. I'm gonna get them next
Yeah,
song.
One day.
What's the on the agenda?
Yes.
Let's see what we got.
Let's see what we got, man.
It's a beautiful Tuesday.
Power scaling.
Yes.
That's one that I thought was interesting because you had brought up. You initially brought up Saitama and Goku, right?
Mm.
And I remember watching a whole like
Video.
Yeah, like a what do they call it? Like a fan made.
The death battles, one of those.
This fan made.
There's videos of that shit? I guess, I'm not
there's
surprised.
a whole arc, like a 40-minute.
There's an arc, bro?
40 minutes
of
worth
Goku
of just
versus
Saitama.
Saitama?
And
just highlights or just.
No, like their fight.
Oh, wow.
There's a clip. There's like 4.
It's like a fan
parts,
animation?
And then there's like the full. Yeah, fan animation. That's
Yeah,
what it's called.
For real? Does that shit look like
it looks
solid?
Valid. It looks valid.
For real?
Word.
Yeah,
Nah, it's
yeah.
smooth.
Damn, I'm gonna have to
went
watch
at
that.
it. They went at it.
Shout out to whoever did that. Shout
That's
out
a
to you
fact.
for real,
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, where do we want to start? Like, I feel like are we talking about in comparison to one another, or are we just talking about shows with good powers, like scaling on? Or do you mean like the?
I was thinking
systems?
like relative like Goku and relative to Saitama, and then like where does Beerus fall in like with that
God.
category?
You about to
and then
about
Luffy
to set this
you know
whole
what I'm
fucking
saying?
shit on fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, bro. Shit like the real cerebral shit is what I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying?
I
The
feel
big
like that
brain
shit is
shit.
impossible though.
Yeah, it is
You said
theoretically.
Luffy, how do you compare him to someone like?
See, because you don't watch One Piece, you don't even understand.
I mean, I've seen bits to be like, how do you?
Can he destroy a planet?
Right.
He literally can probably turn the entire planet into jello with his mind.
What? So, but he can't be killed.
Luffy, see, the thing is, spoiler alert. Yeah, neither of y'all gonna watch it, right?
Never.
Yeah.
Luffy, it's revealed that Luffy basically has the fucking his devil fruit is not the gum fruit. It's actually some other shit that we didn't know about that was locked away from ancient times, and only the Navy had it because they didn't want people to get its hands on it. What happened was Shanks had it, and Luffy ended up eating it. Not even Shanks knew what it was. Apparently, the fruit gives him the ability to literally physically manifest whatever he imagines. His entire imagination is his devil fruit. You know what I'm saying? So he's literally like transcended in the manga. He's transcended like from panel to panel. He's picked up the ground and thrown it at people. He's turned people into rubber and jump roped them. Like shit is crazy.
That's kind of ridiculous though, no?
Like, it is ridiculous, but you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy, bro.
Okay.
So it's like now it's like he's literally a god. You know what I'm saying? He could turn the sun into ice and kill everybody.
So how does he compare to Goku now then?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of hard to like compare because it's like when you have someone who's only limited by their imagination, the problem is Luffy's not very smart. So it still kind of keeps him to like a relative level where it's like how far can his mind really go? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure he's not thinking, oh, I could literally just turn the sun into ice and then kill everybody. You know, I don't think he's thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very much more topical. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like characters,
he has infinite power essentially.
He has infinite power, but it's
he's
like
limited by his own
imagination, by his own brain capacity.
So I'm like, all right, I guess, yeah, these shits is impossible because
it's like how do you compare? That just reminds me of. I think I asked you if y'all watched Record of Ragnarok.
I didn't watch it
Netflix
yet.
anime, and it's like literally like that. It's like the whole show is just gods versus humans. Well, like the best of humans. So like
Okay.
they have, but how do humans even compare to gods, right? But so they have the Valkyries or Valkyries, whatever they're called, to like give them like the power, basically enhance their human power to like be able to fight against the gods.
So then they're not humans. They're subhuman.
Well, they're humans, but
They're mortals essentially,
right?
But are the gods mortal too?
No, the gods are just gods. They use their.
So how do you fight somebody? Like, how do you fight an immortal? How does a mortal beat an immortal being?
That's the thing where I didn't understand. How do you even? Are you guys gonna watch that or?
Fuck no, I ain't gonna. I'm not watching.
It's
shit.
crazy though, cause so basically they like, for example, they had like a samurai.
Are you watching it?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
And a samurai against the gods, who's gonna win? Obviously, you would think
Uh-huh.
A
it's
god.
just a sword. But the
Yeah.
thing is, they link with the Valkyrie. Is it Valkyrie or Valkyrie? I don't know.
Yeah.
They link with like the ability or skill of a human. So a samurai would be the sword or whatever. So that sword now has the ability to like actually harm a god,
But not kill him.
Yeah, you could kill him if it's like, but you have to be a certain type of human.
So
you know?
then now
So you
they
have to
are
be
mortal
superhuman.
then to a certain extent.
Oh, the gods. Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
All right. That
Yeah,
I'm
makes-
gonna probably still watch
in
it,
the
but I don't care about the
circumstance of that
spoilers.
fight, like like it's a death. It's about to the death.
that-
So it's like
so
whoever. Yeah.
he's dying.
Wait, I have a
Yeah.
question though. Is it like it's like a game? It's like a stage like thing, or it's like the humans are at war with gods? Like I'm trying to
No,
understand.
it's like an event. It's
okay,
it's
so
in
it's
order
like
to,
it's like some Coliseum shit.
Coliseum. Yeah,
Okay.
It's in order
That
to
actually
like
sounds kind of cool though.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's
I mean,
just to determine whether they should allow humans to keep on living because they see that
GG's,
like,
goddamn.
literally like bro.
You know what this
fuck
sounds
up
like?
the whole world. Like
You remember
there's
that
nothing but
movie?
War and
With an angel. I'm trying to remember what it was called, and then they had that spin-off show. It was like Dishonored or some shit. Where it's like the angels, like God basically gave up on humanity, and then the angels started attacking the humans, and then it turned into like Fallout. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like,
yeah, I'm lost.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't remember that shit?
I don't remember.
Damn,
that.
I gotta look this shit up now. Damn.
So I guess I don't know. One person who I could say is like infinitely OP in his show is like Mob from Mob Psycho. He's like, the thing about that show which makes it interesting is because he fights people and he like it becomes a challenge, but he always overcomes them. But I guess similar to Luffy's situation, he's limited to like his own nature.
Yeah.
So he's not an inherently like malicious person. So we don't really see what happens. You might see something that happens. I'm not gonna say much because it's a really good show. If you haven't watched, you should watch it. But like we see how strong he could be in the event that he is. But it's like, damn, since there's nobody in his world, how do we really assess how this overpowered being is going to fight another overpowered being from like another show? Then we have to get into like the power systems.
Because there's no way you could really place him, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of open-ended. The movie I was talking about was Legion, by the way.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know I never seen it, but the Legion is kind of like a biblical reference to I think angels and shit. Yeah, I mean I think it kind of boils down to like I feel like what makes this a little bit more, will give it a little more ground is if we kind of compare like power systems.
People who
Power
actually would make
systems.
sense.
Yeah, like which like because there's certain shows where the power system's just completely broken. There's no type of like the power system for Dragon Ball Z is nuts.
Yeah.
It's been split open because they haven't really taken care of it. They've kind of just took it, established it, and broke it, and then fucking redid it a whole bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of difficult for a show like that. One Piece has been going on for like 20 years, so I can imagine they had to do that shit a bunch of times too.
The thing that's like kind of helped them is like the power scaling. They've always had like people have always been more powerful, and we've been like aware of how
more powerful
of more powerful beings. It's just we finally got there. So I feel like the trick that One Piece kind of did was that they set the bar OD high from the literal beginning, and then you know what I'm saying. We didn't even see that shit for mad long until we just
Watching
kinda
the characters
incrementally got up there, and now it's like this is where we're at. You know what I'm saying? We still have a little bit to go, but we know exactly
So
where
is
that
it
is.
balanced though?
I'd say for the most part is probably one of the most balanced shows that I've seen.
Really?
I mean, granted, like with the main characters, like yeah, wow, like you know what I'm saying? They really came from nothing and now like they're really OD brolic, but there is a time skip that you got to consider. There is a lot of, you know what I'm saying, awakenings and shit
A
like
time
that.
skip that happens in the manga as well, or just the anime?
Both. I mean, so the thing with the anime is almost panel for panel. With the manga, it's just the anime's pacing is a little off right now.
Okay.
But like, it's very, very like true.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think of another show. Like, what's a show with like a what y'all would consider the power system to be like next to flawless?
Next to Flawless?
Yeah.
Attack on
I
Titan.
knew you was gonna say that. I was waiting for this. I was gonna say it, but I was like, let me
Why
see.
did you say that?
Because the thing is, Attack on Titan, there's a clear like standard of power. There's a clear hierarchy, and the thing is, the people who are within that hierarchy, they very rarely break to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, like we've literally only seen like 2 people break that mold, and everyone else is just kind of like scaled up with everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
What about
like
Chainsaw Man?
I feel like
Chainsaw Man is ridiculous, bro. I love that show,
crazy.
by the way, but that shit
is
is the
I didn't like it's
But you
like
have to
recently
like
started, right?
risk shit to like have. certain
yeah.
abilities.
I mean, you have
know
to
what
make
I'm
an
saying?
exchange. That's true, but I feel like, bro, even like the humans and the humans are weak, even if they fucking have like ghost contracts, devil contracts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, because you know, look at hockey. Wow, Aki. You know what I'm saying? He was only able to use certain powers like 2-3 times before it started taking away his lifespan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
What about Hunter? How would you say Hunter's ranks?
Well, that because their whole point is to get stronger, right? Like they go and fight to even be able to level up in a sense.
Yeah, I mean that's every. I feel like to a certain extent that's like every show where the main character is not immediately OP, but like I think that their power system is one of the better ones. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but they go out of their way to really establish what each thing does in detail, like around like I say like the second or third season, like and I don't think that one thing I can say is that they don't really deviate from it much. Like you'll see sometimes in shows where there's a power system and then there's this being who just kind of defies all logic or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Nah, they stuck to their shit and they just excelled in a way to where they got to the top of their ability. But like they never really transcended to where, with the exception of one like individual that we see implemented with, who kind of started out as one thing, but then he kind of like bait and switched, but it was kind of like latent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you who it is because y'all need to watch that.
see, that's the problem that I had with Black Clover, and I know everybody's going to kill me over this.
Oh, man. You started with Black Clover?
But the thing with Black Clover is, right, and I'm going to watch it, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, the very first or second episode, it's like you have this fucking character who literally has never displayed any magical prowess at all whatsoever his entire life. I think, what was he, like 16 at that point? You know what I'm saying? And then in the middle of this fight, out of nowhere, boom, he has one of the most broken abilities that's been forbidden in ancient texts or some shit like that. And it's like, oh, wow, you have this power? I didn't think anybody had this power.
But
the first 10 minutes, bro.
Isn't this in power? I've watched the first episode and literally that shit, but
That's
from my
about all I
understanding,
watched too.
he's kind of like the antithesis of power. That's kind of what gives him his power. It's not like he has.
That's what's so whack about it, though. I feel like everybody's telling me give it 15 episodes. I'm gonna give it 15 episodes, and then I'm gonna see how I feel about it. But the thing is, it just feels like, damn, like y'all don't know where the fuck the power scaling kind of lines up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit is weird because it's like, damn, if this nobody can just get cracked like that, then who's to say, you know, any side character can't get broken like that? Pause.
Respect
you know what
to
I'm
that.
saying?
Shit.
So it's like at that point, it's like anybody can get it. You know, pause.
Yo, hold up. So, all right, if you had to give a vote, what's your favorite? Let's just
For power scaling?
yeah.
Like for a show?
Yes.
I think Attack. Like I'm gonna
Attack.
stick with Attack. It's the most flawless.
Respect.
Oh man, based off the. I haven't seen like as many as you guys, so I would.
I mean, based off of what you know,
say like Attack or Hunter too. I think.
Okay. Yeah, smooth. I'm Full Metal.
Damn, you know what's
Full
crazy?
Metal.
I was gonna say, how come we didn't talk about Vinland though? The power scaling in Vinland is really not bad.
Have you caught up?
I haven't caught up to the second season.
What's that supposed to be?
No, because the second.
But
season
season one,
off
I
slow.
feel like was pretty solid with the power scale. Like it wasn't like otherworldly too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
You
I
know
feel
what's
like,
crazy too? We didn't mention anything where it's really based in reality. It's really based in like hands or shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You want to talk about Tokyo Revengers? Takemichi's at the
Nah,
bottom of the fucking
That's
barrel,
really what
bro.
the fuck I first thought of though. That's really like.
Damn, what's that one? This reminds me of Paul. I watched the rope.
Oh, we didn't talk about Baki, bro.
Baki,
I never watched.
The other one that they fucking is the boxing one, but
Megalobox.
yeah.
Ooh.
that
Oh, I need to watch that. I still need to
Damn.
watch it.
I need to watch that.
They
shit
they
too.
dropped the second season a couple years after too. I
Could you
never watched it.
Could you imagine? What's Baki's dad's name?
Yujiro Hanuma.
Yo, could
the
you
most
imagine?
dangerous creature on the planet. Not a person.
Yeah.
Creature.
Imagine him fighting Goku though. That shit,
Yeah.
like I just
about-
be so he
about
get
to set-
washed.
You about to set anime Twitter on fucking fire,
Yeah,
bro.
he get washed. But like I would just love to see how that
Would
would
he,
go
though?
down.
Would he?
I'm trying to figure out how long he would last. It's not about him winning because you can't win against Goku's a god. You know what I'm saying? But like Yujiro is a creature.
I ain't
You know
no
what I'm
friend.
saying?
Most
So it's
good-
like
most-
how long can he last?
Pause.
Yo, that's crazy. We all three did that shit.
Yo, so we brought up the best indie anime.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not familiar with indie anime, so y'all gonna have to walk me through this one.
I don't even know what would like
What qualifies
Yeah.
as?
I guess like by indie anime, I feel like just shit that isn't mainstream.
Oh,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
like sleepers, so to speak.
Yeah,
then?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yo. Damn, what's the one Alex showed me? He showed me a few that I guess I think would
he
be
showed me
considered
some really
some
wild,
indie,
weird ones.
There's
that were
one
kinda
that
fire.
was really funny, Golden Boy.
Golden Boy is asleep, but
Yeah.
I go for a fake. Golden Boy is known in circles, but it's
Right.
not like everybody because there's memes and shit from it.
Yeah. I don't know how known this one I really like is Hina Matsura.
I don't know that one, so I can't really say.
I've seen it like
That one
promoted,
is
but I've never
hilarious
watched
too.
it.
Word.
He's like a Yakuza dude, like this, like ends up taking care of like this outer like space type, like alien like woman, like
For real?
kid. She just randomly appears,
I think I've
and
seen.
she's so nonchalant about everything.
Okay.
And she's got like abilities and like what's the thing where you kind of control stuff with your mind? I forget.
Telekinesis.
Type of thing, that type of thing.
You fucking
It's
muskrat
weird, but it's just, like,
imbecile.
Yeah, it's funny.
I never seen that, but I think I know what you're talking about. If I need to look at the poster, and I might be able to get an idea if I've seen it or not.
Would you consider Ranking of Kings indie? Because I feel like it's
Nah.
very well known.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider indie.
See, that's why I feel like indie is not the right word. We gotta like
Yeah.
just like low key or like hidden
niche,
gems.
Niche, the hidden gems is probably valid.
Yeah, the hidden
My
gems.
favorite, personally,
Mhm.
I have two, but one of them I know nobody's gonna know.
That's
it's
the one you
Sergeant
should
Frog.
say.
It's Sergeant Frog.
But that shit got like 100 something episodes and shit though. Isn't that shit like long running?
Yeah, but it's only known in Japan. Like motherfuckers out here, there's only 72 English episodes,
Okay.
but there's like 320 in Japanese because there's like no English fan base. But I love that anime. But like if we want to talk about something that's more well known to, Western culture and shit like that, Kotaro Lives Alone is one
Yeah.
of the saddest
Is that
fucking
really
animes that I've ever seen. That shit
Would that
hurt.
be indie though?
It's just a hidden gem.
It's a hidden gem, bro. Come on.
That's a
That
good
shit
one.
hurt.
Where
That shit really hurt.
You watched that one?
nah,
Oh,
bro.
I've heard y'all talk about that shit, but I've never, and I've seen people talk about it online, but I never watched that shit myself.
If you really
Yeah.
want to lament, you watch that show. That shit'll leave you depressed for like a month, bro.
Not really, bro.
Let me think.
I was depressed, bro. I was like, damn. I can't even.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
If I had to choose one, I'm gonna go with this is one show that I used to watch about calligraphy called Barakamon. That shit was really fucking ill. Yeah. It's like this dude who's like a world class calligraphy artist, and he's like kind of spoiled and talented, and then he's at like one of his shows and somebody critiques his work on some real disrespectful shit, and he pops on this motherfucker, some old man. He pops on him, and his dad was like,
"Oh, I see this shit. Yeah, I've seen this.
You watched it before?
No, I've seen the book.
Okay,
I've seen the book. That's crazy."
And then his father sends him to like a hick town essentially, and he kind of, you see how he kind of gets his bearings in this town as like a like posh kind of, you know what I'm saying, dude. And it's just really, one, it's just like super like charming and shit like that. But two, not to mention, yo, the opening for that show is fucking top tier, bro. Really? That's a whole separate conversation. Best openings we need to have. We need to have that next episode. But that'd
be crazy.
Nah, I like that show, and it's a short show too. I'm that type of dude. I like short shows. My attention span is garbage these days. So yeah, Barakamon. If you haven't watched it, check it out.
Damn, that shit sound valid. Food Wars was good too. It's not a
Food.
hidden gem, but it's also not like one of the most popular. But Food Wars, I feel like it's slept on by like mainstream culture. Food Wars is crazy.
Food Wars was smooth. I watched like the first season, but I didn't pick up on the other ones.
What do y'all think about JoJo?
I haven't seen that.
It's interesting. It's not for me, but it's interesting.
Really, I'm surprised you would say that.
Yeah, I watched like the first maybe I'll say like maybe 10 episodes.
Really?
Of the original, facts. Of the original.
Well, there's two originals, so it's like, are you talking about like the 1990s?
Not the 91. I'm talking about the one that dropped in the like the late 2000s.
With Joseph.
Yes.
Or it was Joseph.
Joseph, right? And then fucking what's the name? Pulled up and took his kiss or something.
Oh, yeah, Speedwagon.
Yeah,
my boy Speedwagon.
No. That's the one with fucking Dio. Dio pulled up to his crib and just started volleying this nigga.
Yeah. So that's the first one.
That's the first one, and then you met REO Speedwagon, and that's when I stopped watching.
That's my boy, first of all. But I feel like the first season is kind of whack. I'm gonna be honest. Season 2 is fire. Season 3 is fucking wicked. Season 4 is alright.
Okay, fair.
And then shit just what?
How many seasons are there?
There's 6 right now.
Damn.
I haven't seen season 5, which I heard was the best one, which is hard to believe because season 3 is crazy. And then season 6 just came out. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't done any research. But I feel like JoJo, you have to have like a certain type of like, you have to have like Reddit humor. I feel like you have to be a Redditor. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? As weird as that sounds,
it's like, it's very pop culture-y, which I think is cool. I didn't really get deep into the humor of it to really know how it, you know what I'm saying, but maybe I can see that being a thing because I know Reddit humor is very specific.
Well, it's not even just like the humor, but it's just like the way of thinking, like how the show works. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, if you want to fucking free your dad from this fucking dark realm of darkness or whatever, you got to beat me in this poker game. Like, you know, like it's just mad random. It's just random.
Okay, fair. It's like absurdist in a sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So, and that's all Reddit. It's just absurdity. So,
out of curiosity, fellas, what would y'all say is the worst anime ever?
Yeah, that's tough for me because again, I haven't seen many, or even many that I didn't even like.
Didn't like.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't like something, I don't finish it. So that's kind of tough for me.
Damn.
I don't know many that I haven't finished that are still going. Like I said, like I gotta catch up on Vinland, but it's been like
worst
slow
anime ever, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really watch anything that I don't like.
Yeah, I feel like Sword Art Online was probably one of the worst that I've ever seen. Just because, yep, I know everybody's gonna crucify me in the comments.
I don't think everybody is, but I'm like, people shit on it, but I wouldn't. I don't think many people would say it's the worst.
It's one of the worst in my opinion, though. Just for me, because the thing is like, you know, it's one thing when a show starts off bad and it stays bad. It's another thing when you have a show that literally has the greatest potential to become one of the best to release in the subgenre of in a given time. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would have been best ever, like top 5, but I think it would have been super valid for the 2010s. You know what I'm saying? But once you hit, like, I think it's like episode 8 or 9, the show completely changes. There's no action. Shit gets weird. He's like doing some weird shit with his sister, and it's like, nah, I couldn't even finish it, bro. I couldn't even finish it. Shit just got real weird, bro.
I'm gonna be honest, I watched that shit when it aired, so I really don't remember it being bad because I watched the second season. I remember the second season a lot more than I remember the first season. The second season to me was a little bit cooler, at least the first half of it. The Gun Gale shit.
Yeah, I watch Gun Gale.
If you see that Gun Gale shit, you know my son was putting in that twerk. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't think it was a great anime by any stretch. But I'm like the worst. Like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head to say that there's something worse. But I'm pretty sure there's like something worse than that. Like way worse than that.
I mean, I've seen animes on, like, sometimes I'll just YouTube, like, worst anime ever. And there will be, like, yo, the shit will be skipping frames, bro.
Yeah. See, like,
deep frames.
I don't know what the names of shit, but I'm talking about ones that are, like, super poorly animated and all that other shit. Because, I mean, I feel like
Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, this guy.
GG.
Like, I feel like there be ones where, like, the plot is kind of wacky. But, I mean, I think there's a lot of good shows with some wacky plots in it, but like when it's animated poorly and that's the consistent, that's horrible. Yeah. Like you literally have one job as a cartoonist to do this shit well, and you can't even fucking do it well. That's crazy. Somebody knows what of these trash ass ones on YouTube.
Leave in the comments.
Please leave this shit in the comments, bro.
I watched one of them, and it was you know what's funny? Like, I firmly believe when something is so bad, it has potential to be so entertaining because of how bad it is.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
and it's like
that's that, what's the name, like, this is an anime related, but this is that one movie called The Room. Y'all ever seen that shit?
Nah, I've heard of it though.
Yeah, it was The Room.
The Room.
They stuck in the
nah, that's Room, not The Room.
Oh yeah, okay. Nah,
The Room, it was this movie that dropped in like 2003.
Left, right?
It was like horrible. It's like the acting is horrible. The sound quality is horrible. The script is fucking horrible. Everything about the movie is horrible. But the thing about it is, it's so bad that it's got this crazy cult following. There's people who watch this shit like every Thursday, and then during certain scenes they'll throw spoons at the fucking screen.
At your own TV?
No, at like a theater.
Oh, okay. I thought.
And the dude who made it goes around to these fucking shits, and he's like a celebrity to these niggas. And then fucking, what's the name? Dave Franco and James Franco. They made a movie about the making of the movie.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Really?
It's called Disaster Artist. That shit's
okay, I haven't seen it, but
yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I think there's some truth to that. Like when something's really bad, you know what I'm saying?
There's an entertainment factor to things that are really just garbage.
Yeah, I agree. Sheesh. We made it again.
Yes. Shout out to you. You made it this far.
Facts.
Check out our last episode.
Yes, sir.
Check out the merch.
Yes,
sir. We got shirts.
We
got hats, I think.
Hats.
Yeah.
Pull up for next week.
Yes, sir.
Make sure to join the Discord. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow the Instagram. Follow the TikTok. You already know what to do. Let's get it.